So today we're going to look at how a solicitor applies for a sole application in the new law. The solicitor will log in to their online portal. You'll click on Create Case. You'll select Family Divorce, New Law Case, and apply for divorce or dissolution. Then Start. Next, you'll choose whether this is a divorce or a dissolution that you're applying for, and whether it's a sole or a joint application. Next, you're asked to input information about the solicitor. So this is the solicitor's name. The reference number is optional. Suggested that you do put a reference number in, as it might be easier to track the case further down the line. And your phone number is also optional. You need to provide the solicitor's address, email address, and that you're willing to be served via email. Next, you need to look up your solicitor's firm. Once you've found the one that you're looking for, you click Select. If you need to make any changes, you can click the Clear button on the hyperlink. Next, you've got to state that the marriage has irretrievably broken down. If you select No, it does state that you have to have had the marriage irretrievably broken down to get a divorce. Next is the information about the applicant. So the applicant's first name, applicant's middle name. It is advised that if they have a middle name that you do put this in to avoid any amendments to the decree, to the conditional order or final order further down the line, which could cause delays in the application. You're asked if the applicant's name's changed or is different to that on the marriage certificate. If you select yes, you get options as to how the name has changed. Who is the applicant divorcing? This is who the respondent is in the application and not who you as a solicitor are acting on behalf of. And you're asked if it is a same-sex couple or an opposite-sex couple when they got married. You need to provide the applicant's email address, but the phone number is optional. The address is a lookup postcode functionality. If it is that the applicant or respondent are overseas, you can click this I can't enter a UK postcode and you can manually fill in the details. You can also use that functionality if you can't find the UK postcode that you're looking for. You can choose whether you wish to keep the applicant's details private or whether it's okay for them to be shared. Next is about the other party. So you need to give the respondent's full name, again, including middle name if they have one. Is the respondent's name different to that on the marriage certificate? Again, if you say yes, you get given the options as to how they change their name. Is the respondent represented by a solicitor, yes or no? If you provide yes, you then need to provide the solicitor's details. So this is the solicitor's full name, their reference number if you have it. You do need to provide the email address. Next, you need to do the postal address. My suggestion would be that you go for search for an organisation and find the organisation you're looking for first. You need to do anything that you can to make sure you try to find this organisation, because this means there are registered solicitors and it means that they can fill in the AOS online rather than having to do a paper copy. Once you've found the solicitors and you've selected the solicitors, you can then copy and paste that address into the address box above. Alternatively, you can type it out. It does need to be in this format, suggestion of being the name of the solicitor's firm, followed by the address, and it does need to be on individual lines. Next, you can provide the respondent's email address if you've got one. And you do need to provide the respondent's postal address. Again, you've got the lookup functionality, or you can enter it manually if they're abroad or if the address doesn't pop up for you. If they aren't represented by a solicitor, you will click No. You are asked to provide the email address for the respondent. If you can get hold of the email address, it is advised, as with the new law, they will be served by both email and via post. So if you have got an email address and you can provide that, it might mean that they can respond faster than waiting for the postal. Details from the certificate. This will be the marriage certificate or civil partnership if you've chosen the dissolution. It's the date of marriage and how the names appear on the certificate. And did the marriage take place in the UK, yes or no? If you say yes, you won't be asked anything additional. If you say no, you need to enter the place and country of marriage or civil partnership. Next is the jurisdiction. And you can tick any that apply. Due to the new law and the fact that you can now apply online, there are specific ones for civil sex partnerships only and for joint applications only. And we've now included the both parties, so you haven't got to tick respondent and applicant. Tick all that apply and then click continue. Are there any other legal proceedings? If you say yes, you're asked to provide as much information as possible regarding the other legal proceedings. If you say no, you can just move on. Financial orders, this is whether the applicant intends to apply for a financial order. If you say no, you can continue. If you say yes, you need to choose whether it's for the applicant or the children. Next is where you'll upload your marriage certificate or civil partnership certificate and any additional documents that you may want to provide, i.e. deed poll. You no longer need to upload a D11. If you want to apply for dispensed with service or alternative service from the beginning of the case, you can now do so using the portal, but you need to wait until you've submitted the application and then follow the general application guidance that will be on the My HMCTS website. Upload the documents that you would like. The date's optional and the file type is optional, which is advised if you select it, it at least tells the court what document it is that you've uploaded. Next, you get to check your answers. If you need to make any changes, you can click the change button at the end of any of these, and that'll take you to that part of the application for you to make any amendments. If you're happy with everything that you've put in there, you can click Save Application. This has drafted your application, and you'll note that the end state is draft, so this has not fully submitted and it is only in the draft state. In the Documents tab, you can find your drafted application. So you can click on that, it'll open in a new tab. You can download that and send that to your client for them to have a look at before you submit it. In your next step drop down, you've got options to amend the divorce application. So should you wish to make any changes, you can go in there first. You can also update the applicant's contact information should you wish to do so. If you are happy, you can click Sign and Submit. We've got the Statement of Truth and Reconciliation. First question is this an urgent jurisdiction case or for any other matter? If you click yes, you get a supporting information box. It is optional, but it is advised that you put something in there so as the CTSE and courts can see why this is an urgent application. Next, you have a choice of whether you would like to serve via solicitor service, which used to be personal service, or whether you'd like to serve by court service. If you choose solicitor service, it does pop up to say that you will need to confirm service within CCD once you have completed the service. The new clause within the law is to pay attention to the service times, which I believe is 28 days to serve. And if you need an extension on that, you need to do so on a D11. If you choose court service, the court will serve either via the email address or postal address that's been provided, or both if they've both been provided. Statement of reconciliation, the prayer. Statement of truth, that the applicant believes that the facts stated in this application are true and that you're duly authorised to sign the application on behalf of the applicant. And then your name and firm name. You can add any additional comments if you like in here, but it will not form part of the application. Next, we'll go on to the payment. If you choose help with fees, you're asked to provide the help with fees reference number that you should have applied online for the help with fees. Or you can choose PBA. Select your account number that you want the fees to be taken from and provide your payment reference number. You get an order summary page to tell you the fee. Again, you get to check your answers on the sign and submit. Again, you can go and change with the change hyperlink, take you back to that part of the application. If you're happy, you click submit application. You get a green tick at the top that says sign and submit has been updated and it is now in the submitted end state. This has now gone through to the court and the court will be able to see this application and will be able to issue it for you. And that's how to put in a sole application. Thank you.